Good morning, students. Last class we have discussed the male reproductive system. In the last class we only discussed about the testes of the male reproductive system. But the male reproductive system consists of a number of parts like testes, ureter testis, vasa efferentia, epididymis, vas deferens and so on. So now we will discuss the rest part of the male reproductive system. That is, first part is the ureter testis. After testis, the part is the ureter testis. The seminiferous tubules are found inside the lobules of the testis. Around 250 lobules are found inside the testis, and inside each lobule 2 to 3 seminiferous tubules are found. The seminiferous tubules join to form about 20 to 30 straight ducts called the tubuli recti, or the last part of the seminiferous tubule is straight and is called tubuli recti. All the tubuli recti form a network of channels. These are the network of channels called the ureter testis. Generally, the ureter testis is lined by a cuboidal epithelium. Ureter testis, here the seminiferous, last part of the seminiferous tubule, which goes towards the mediastinum, are straight and called tubuli recti. All the tubuli recti are connected and to form a channel called the ureter testis. Generally, the ureter testis is lined by cuboidal epithelium. Clear? Next is the vasa efferentia. Vasa efferentia, or it is otherwise called ductally efferents. Ductally efferents. About 10 to 20 fine tubules connect the ureter testis with the epididymis. Clear? About 10 to 20 fine tubules connects the ureter testis with epididymis. The epithelium of vasa efferentia has two types of cells. The epithelium of vasa efferentia has two types of cells. These are large ciliated cell. Clear? Large ciliated cell and small endocytic cell. Large ciliated cell and small endocytic cell. The ciliated cells help in conducting sperm. The ciliated cells help in conducting sperms, whereas the small endocytic cells, these are responsible for remove debris accompanying sperms. Clear? These are responsible for remove the debris accompanying the sperms. So vasa efferentia, there are 10 to 20 vasa efferentia fine tubules, these are called vasa efferentia, connect the ureter testis with the epididymis. The epithelium has two types of cells. These are large ciliated cell and small endocytic cell. The ciliated cell help in conducting the sperms, whereas the small endocytic cells help in remove the debris accompanying the sperms. Clear? The tubuli recti, it is the part of the seminiferous tubule which is straight. Ureter testis and vasa efferentia together form the intra-testicular genital duct system. Clear? The tubuli recti, ureter testis and vasa efferentia together form intra-testicular genital duct system. Clear? Now we will discuss about the epididymis. Here it is the testis, then ureter testis, then vasa efferentia, then the part is called the epididymis. Generally, the epididymis is formed by union of vasa efferentia. These are the vasa efferentia, and all these vasa efferentia are united to form a duct called the epididymis. It is long, narrow, highly coiled, compact tubule. It is long, narrow, highly coiled, compact tubule. Found upper part, lower part, and back side of the testis. Generally, it is 6 meter in length. It is 6 meter in length. It is muscular. It is long, narrow, coiled, compact tubule. Clear? Compact tubule found in the upper part of the testis, lower part of the testis, and back side of the testis. It is generally 6 meter in length. It is muscular, and very important point is it is lined by pseudostratified epithelium. Pseudostratified epithelium is a simple epithelial tissue but looks multilayered. It is a simple epithelial tissue but it looks multilayered. So it is called pseudostratified epithelium. Clear? It secretes, the function of epididymis is it secretes nutrients. It secretes nutrients required for maturation of sperm. It secretes nutrients required for maturation of sperms. It also stores the sperm till ejaculation. It also stores the sperms till ejaculation. Before ejaculation, the sperms are stored inside the epididymis. It shows peristaltic movement. Very important movement is the peristaltic movement, is the wave-like motion. It is under the control of ANS, means autonomous nervous system, not the control of will of animal. It shows peristaltic movement and segmental movement. For the pushing out sperms at the time of ejaculation. It shows peristaltic and segmental movement for ejaculation. Ejaculation means removal of sperm. Ejaculation of sperms. Okay, the testis and epididymis form testicle. The testis and epididymis together form the testicles. Okay, it stores sperms till ejaculation, whereas the non-ejaculated sperms are broken down after an intervals. Clear? The epididymis having 3 parts. The upper part is called head or caput epididymis. The middle part is called body or corpus epididymis, and the lower part is called tail or coda epididymis. Okay, the vasa efferentia, again I repeat the epididymis. The vasa efferentia are connected together and is known as the epididymis and live in the form of epididymis. The epidermis is generally 6 meters in length. It is found on the upper part, lower part and back side of the testis. It is differentiated into three parts like head or caput epididymis, body or corpus epididymis and tail or coda epididymis. Clear? It is generally long, narrow and found in the coiled form, coiled and compact tube-like structure. Compact tube-like structure. It is lined by pseudostratified epithelium. Very important point, the pseudostratified epithelium. It is actually a simple epithelium but looks multilayered. So it is called pseudo. Pseudostratified means multilayered. Pseudo means false, looks multilayered but it is not a multilayered. So it is lined by pseudostratified epithelium. The function of the epididymis is nutrients. It provides nutrients which is required for the maturation of sperms. Clear? It provides nutrients which is required for the maturation of sperms. It also stores sperms till ejaculation. It stores sperms till ejaculation. The non-ejaculated sperms are broken down after interval. Clear? The non-ejaculated sperms which are still found inside the epididymis, which is not ejaculated, are broken down after some interval. The very important point is it shows peristaltic and segmental movement. These movements are under the control of ANS, autonomous nervous system, that is not under the control of will of animal. It is under the control of ANS. This movement helps in ejaculation of sperm. Clear? This movement helps in ejaculation of sperms. The testis and epididymis together form the testicle. The testis and epididymis together form the testicles. Now we will discuss about the next part, which is vas deferens. Vas deferens, it is originated from the coda part of the epididymis. Clear? This is the structure, that is testis. Here it is epididymis, the scrotum, testis, epididymis and vas deferens. It is one pair in number. Originates from the coda part of the epididymis. It is otherwise called ductus deferens or sperm duct. It is otherwise known as sperm duct. It is originated from the coda epididymis. It is uncoiled part and about 30 to 35 cm in length. It is uncoiled part and is about 30 to 35 cm in length. Originates from coda part of the epididymis. It is thick, muscular, having some longitudinal folds. The mucosa layer of the vas deferens possesses some longitudinal folds. The main function is it is secretory in nature. Clear? It is secretory in nature. It is removed out from the testis as compact component of spermatic cord. Last class we have discussed about the spermatic cord. The spermatic cord generally possesses an artery, vein. These are the blood vessel. Along with blood vessel, some lymph vessels also found, nerve found, and the very important point is the cremaster muscles. Cremaster muscle, which shows the cremaster reflex. Last class we have discussed about the cremaster reflex, how the scrotal sac moves up and down or contract and relax. These are called the cremaster reflex by the help of cremaster muscles. Along with this, the vas deferens together form the spermatic cord. Vas deferens together called the spermatic cord. All these structures are removed out from the scrotal sac and enters into the abdominal cavity through this inguinal canal. Clear? So the vas deferens is removed out from the scrotum as component of spermatic cord. Inside the abdomen, it enters into the abdominal cavity through this inguinal canal. Clear? The vas deferens originates from the cord epididymis and enters into the abdominal cavity through the inguinal canal. Inside the abdominal cavity, it loops around the urinary bladder. This is the urinary bladder. Ureter, it originates from the kidney and the urines are stored inside the urinary bladder. The vas deferens looped around the urinary bladder and dilate to form ampulla. The dilated part is always called ampulla. Ampulla is the dilated part. Here, the one pair of vas deferens originates each from one testis, enters into the abdominal cavity, looped around the urinary bladder and dilates to form ampulla. The distal part means the last part receives the duct of seminal vesicle. Last class we have discussed about the glands. There are three glands: seminal vesicle, prostate gland and Copper's gland. There are three glands associated with the male reproductive system. These are seminal vesicle, prostate gland and Copper's gland. The duct of seminal vesicle, this is the seminal vesicle and this is the duct of seminal vesicle. The duct of seminal vesicle is united with the vas deferens. Clear? Means the distal part of the vas deferens receives the duct of the seminal vesicle and is called the ejaculatory duct. Clear? Ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory duct. The main function of vas deferens is it stores the sperms, nourishes the sperms. Nourishes means it provides nutrients. It stores the sperms and nourishes the sperm during its passage and conduct the sperms. But most important point is cilia is absent. Cilia, there are two types of cilia found. One is kinocilia and second is stereocilia. Kinocilia means there is a basal granule called kinocilia or true cilia. Stereocilia means only the outgrowths. Here stereocilia present, which helps in the movement of the sperms. Here the stereocilia present. Clear? Cilia generally, true cilia or kinocilia is absent. Instead of this, stereocilia is present. Next part is the here testis, epidermis, vas deferens. It connects with the duct of seminal vesicle to form ejaculatory duct. So next part is the ejaculatory duct. Clear? Next part is the ejaculatory duct. The wall is muscular to conduct the sperms. The wall is muscular to conduct the sperms. It is very small duct around 2 cm in length. Very small duct around 2 cm in length. It is formed by joining of duct of seminal vesicle and the vas deferens. Clear? It is formed by joining of the duct of seminal vesicle and the vas deferens. It enters into prostate gland and joins the prostatic urethra. The prostatic urethra is generally originated from the urinary bladder and it is surrounded by prostate gland, so it is called prostatic urethra. The ejaculatory duct connects with the prostatic urethra to produce urinogenital duct. Clear? Ejaculatory duct connects with prostatic urethra to form urinogenital duct. Here the sperm mix with secretion of the seminal vesicles. Here the sperm passes through this vas deferens and the seminal vesicle secretions are passes through the duct of the seminal vesicle. In the ejaculatory duct, the sperm is mixed with the secretion of the seminal vesicles. Last part is the urethra. Next is the urethra. Generally, the urethra The urethra is tubular structure. It is a tubular duct. Originates from the neck of the urinary bladder. It is originated from the neck of the urinary bladder and opens at the tip of the penis by urinogenital meatus. It is open at the tip of the penis by urinogenital meatus, and it is around 19 to 20 cm in length. The urethra is generally 90 to 20 cm in length. Urethra is generally 90 to 20 cm in length, and it is a common pathway for passage of urine and semen. The urethra having three parts. It is differentiated into three parts. These are the urethra is differentiated into three parts. These are prostatic urethra. Second is the membranous urethra, and third is the penile urethra. It is differentiated into three parts: prostatic urethra, membranous urethra, and penile urethra. The prostatic urethra is the first part of the urethra. It is originated from the urinary bladder. Clear? It is the first part of the urethra. It is originated from urinary bladder. It carries only urine. The duct of prostate gland open into the prostatic urethra. Clear? The duct of prostate gland open into the prostatic urethra. Second part is the membranous urethra. It lies between the prostate gland and penis. Clear? It lies between the prostate gland and the penis. Around the membranous urethra, the bulbourethral gland or the Cooper's gland present. Around the membranous urethra, the bulbourethral gland or Cooper's gland present, and the duct of Cooper's gland open into the membranous urethra. Clear? The duct of Cooper's gland open into the membranous urethra. And the last part is the penile urethra. The last part is called the penile urethra. It is otherwise called spongious urethra, because in the penis, three group of tissues present called the one pair corpora cavernosa and a single corpus spongiosum. Clear? The penile urethra is found inside the corpus spongiosum, so it is called spongious urethra. Generally, the penile urethra found inside the penis. The penis is composed of three groups of tissues. These are corpora cavernosa and corpus spongiosum, and the penile urethra found inside the corpus spongiosum, so it is called spongious urethra. It is the longest part. It is the longest part of the urethra. Opens outside at the tip of the penis by an aperture called the urinogenital meatus or urinogenital aperture. It is dilated or widening just before the opening. Outside, it is dilated. The urethra having two sphincters. There are two sphincters found in the urethra. These are internal sphincter and external sphincter. Clear? Internal sphincter and external sphincter. The internal sphincter found at the neck of urinary bladder. Neck of urinary bladder. The internal sphincter found at the neck of urinary bladder, it is involuntary. Means beyond the control of will of animal. It is involuntary. Whereas the external sphincter found in the membranous part of the urethra. It is found near the membranous part of the urethra, and it is voluntary. Clear? The urethra having three parts: prostatic urethra, membranous urethra, and penile urethra. Prostatic urethra carries only urine, whereas the membranous and penile urethra carries both urine and semen. They carry both urine and semen. Clear? Next class we will discuss about the detailed structure of the penis and associated gland. Clear? Next class we will discuss about the detailed structure of penis, the structure, the tissues associated with the penis, and the three glands: seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and bulbourethral glands. What are the secretions of these glands and what are the function of these glands? Next class we will discuss about the structure. Okay, thank you.